You're very welcome here tonight to the J.J. Kavanagh and Sons Junior Hurling Championship game, Section A, between Emeralds and Blacks and Whites, live here from Jenkinstown. Throw-in is fast approaching. It's a 7 o'clock throw-in. The first team we go to is the Emeralds team. In goal, we have number 1, Enda Kelly. Number 2, Toddy Moriarty. Number 3, Damien Fitzgerald. Number 4, Owen Moriarty. Number 5 is Sean Burke. Number 6 is Pa Doheny. Number 7 is Dara Phelan. In number 8, in midfield, is Shane Norton. Some would say is the poor man's version of Willie. Number 9 is Pádraig Phelan. Number 10 is former inter-county starlet Conor Martin. Number 11 is Cottle Welsh. Number 12 is Eddie Ryan. Number 13 is Jerry Troy. Number 14 is Anthony Farrell. Number 15 is Johnny Doyle. The subs for tonight for the Emeralds are number 16, Alan Kilfoyle. Number 17, Francis Closey. Number 18, Kieran Phelan. Number 19, Gavin Moriarty. Number 20, Jack Kavanagh. Number 21, Luke Phelan. Number 22, Jamie Ryan. Obviously, the Emeralds tonight are without their former inter-county starlet, Aidan Taggy Fogarty. He won't be dancing around on the pitch perfect here in Jenkinstown tonight. The Emeralds, of course, are sponsored by Kavanagh Travel. The Blacks and Whites team tonight. In goal, James Kennedy. James is better known as the Scourge. Jamie Ryan, Michael Crowe Maloney, Joe Kelly. Half back line of Ian Foley, Aidan O'Dowd, Emmett Foley. Midfield then is Martin Kelly, Edward Murphy. Number 10 is Senan Doyle, who was very impressive in last year's Minor C Championship victory over Kilmacow. 11, Michael Mo Maloney, Jamie Byrne. The inside line then is Ryan Murphy, Paul Murphy and Keelan O'Grady. The subs tonight for Blacks and Whites are Killian Phelan, Niall Kennedy, Paddy Nolan, Michael Pender, Brian Barco, Aaron Foley. Number 22 is Michael Barco, 23 is Keane Kennedy, 24 is Joss Barco. And obviously Blacks and Whites are still sponsored by Barry Maloney Transport Services. We'll be going live in 2 to 3 minutes time as we look forward to this game here in Jenkinstown. Tonight's referees, Shawnee McMahon from the Emerald or from the Erin's Own Club. Obviously, we can't have a referee from the Emeralds here tonight. Beautiful evening here. A crowd of about 100 people here in the stand on the far side. Emeralds are going to be playing from right to left here in the first half. It's going to be a fairly tight game. So far this year in the league, Blacks and Whites defeated Cloneen in the first game, 320 to 116. And then they lost to Growing Gap in the second round, 215 to 113. Emeralds lost to Tullogher last weekend, 419 to 19 points in a high-octane affair where late goals actually turned the tide in favour of Tullogher, whilst Emeralds defeated Sleeveroon in the first round, 213 to 18 points. So good game, big game expected here. Both sides will be going for it from the off. And the ball's thrown in. First man onto the ball is Aidan O'Dowd. Flicks a little hand pass inside. Ball's won by Teddy Moriarty, who clears it up the wing towards Conor Martin. Conor Martin gets bet to the ball. Line ball to Emeralds. Pretty hectic start so far. Not a sign of a sweeper here as both sides are going to be playing some attack and hurling here. Line ball from Emeralds. Little flick off Pádraig Phelan. In now, it's over actually to Ed Murphy. Ed Murphy delivers the ball in towards Paul Murphy. Paul Murphy, little flick into the hand. Gives it out to the bear, Emmett Byrne. Emmett Byrne over the bar for the first score. 1-0 to Blacks and Whites. Great score from Emmett Byrne, who's actually been resighted up to the half-forward line. 1 minute of play gone. High ball in. Both sides contesting for it. Ian Foley has the ball. He delivers it quick in towards Paul Murphy, but he's bet to the ball by Damien Fitz. Fitz gives a little hand pass out to Pa Doherty. Eddie Ryan gives it in. And Mick Maloney gives it out here. Out to Ed Murphy. Ed Murphy has the ball. Great little tussling going on here. Maloney has it. It's pretty frenetic here. Eddie Ryan has it again. Hits it in towards the Emeralds full forward line. Great little interception by Pádraig Phelan. Pádraig Phelan's battling for the ball here. Great little tussle going on for the ball here. Out with the ball is probably going to come Cottle Welsh. No, it's back into the tussle again. Senan Doyle has the ball. He's moved it up to the field fairly quickly. Inside to Ryan Murphy. Ryan Murphy, that's the fourth ball gone into the Blacks and Whites full forward line. Paul Murphy has the ball. Goes onto his back foot and it goes wide. So that's 4 very quick balls after only 90 seconds play have gone into the Blacks and Whites full forward line. They've only 1 score here so far. They're actually playing against a pretty light breeze. Ball is coming down here on top of Eddie Ryan. Eddie Ryan has gone for the ball. Quick little double on it. And again, Toddy Moriarty is out in front for the ball. Pa Doherty's on it. Pa delivers the ball up the field in towards Tony Farrell. Formerly a half-back for Emeralds. Tussling for the ball is Garrod Troy. Troy's going to tussle for the ball coming out. Delivered again by Ed Murphy. Ed Murphy delivers it in. Inside, Pa Doherty again. That's his 4th possession of the ball so far. Keelan O'Grady drops the ball in. Out. Cleared by the Emeralds full back line. Owen Moriarty up towards Conor Martin. Great tussling going on here. This is pretty frenetic and it's a free in. Hard earned by Conor Martin there. But again, the Emeralds full back line on top in there. That's 5 balls after going into them in the first 2 minutes and 33 seconds play. And again, they're all actually on top of their men inside. Conor Martin loves to take this free for Emeralds. It's relatively dead straight in front of the goal. Slight breeze against him, but a man of his calibre, you'd be expecting him to pop it over the bar to level the proceedings here. 1-0 here to Blacks and Whites. Conor Martin gets his first score of the afternoon, or the evening time. 1 point to each. Eddie Ryan with a tough tackle there. Gives insight towards Jerry Troy. Tony Farrell putting huge pressure on inside. Conor Martin wins the ball again. Moves in towards it. Strikes the ball. Jerry Troy's going to have to get in. But again, it's out for a line ball there. Line ball out. He's given it to the Blacks and Whites. There's a bit of debate over the far side there about it. The crowd don't seem happy about it, but the linesman over there is pretty adamant about it. It's a Blacks and Whites balls out. 6 minutes play gone. It's 1 point each. There's going to be nothing here faint of heart or nothing easy given here at all. Line ball coming down here. Pa Doherty's going to be tussling for the ball here. It's a free in to Mick Maloney after being fouled there, or Mo Maloney as he's better known. Obviously with 2 Maloneys on the team, fullback Mick Maloney and Mo Maloney. it's a little bit difficult to tell the difference between them. Out is coming to take this free is Ryan Murphy. Ryan will be a pretty reliable free taker for the Blacks and Whites. Had a good underage career. It's actually 7 minutes gone here. It's 1 point apiece. Conor Martin with a pointed free after 5 minutes to level matters up, with the other point actually coming from quite a good bit of play. So Ryan Murphy here with his chance to get the first score from a free from the afternoon after Emmett Foley's. And Ryan puts it over the bar. 2 points to 1. 7 minutes gone. So that's a free for either side and a pointed free from play by Emmett the Bear Foley as the ball's driven down here on top of everyone. And again, Mo is on the ball here. Running from deep is Senan Doyle, the county minor from last year. Padoni's tussling for the ball there. Number 12, Jamie Byrne, is onto it. Jamie Byrne's giving it into Ryan Murphy here. It's a pretty tough tackle there from Sean Burke. It's nothing is going to be given easy here today. And Sean Burke's coming out with the ball. Out as far as Shane Norton. Shane Norton on a bit of a solo run. He's going to deliver that ball in quick. In on top of Anthony Farrell here. Anthony Farrell breaks the ball. Eddie Ryan's onto it. But Maloney's coming out with the ball here. He gives out a very quick ball out here to Martin Kelly. Martin Kelly looks up. He's going to have a pop from the middle third of the field. And it's just gone over the bar. Mick Maloney onto number 8, Martin Kelly. That's some point when it looked like Emeralds might actually get a score up the other end of the field. It's 3 points to 1. We're actually holding play here for an injury. Shawnee McMahon, the ref, he is actually gone over. So some great points already here today. So there is. Conor Martin got Emeralds back into the game to make it 1 point each with a free from 65 metres out after some great individual play. But in fairness from play, Emmett the Bear Foley got the first score of the afternoon after 2.5 minutes play. Martin Kelly midfield is just after landing a super point. And in between all that, Ryan Murphy popped a free over the bar. So again, Emeralds with the puck out here. Enda Kelly's driving it here. He's driving it down on top of Conor Martin's area. Conor wins the ball, but in fairness, out's coming Aidan O'Dowd. Superb play there. Senan Doyle is sending it in inside. But Enda Kelly, the custodian from Emeralds, is going to again drive it back out Conor Martin's side. Some would say he shouldn't drive it out to the same side again after coming back in. Turning with that ball is actually is Jamie Byrne. He's on a bit of a solo run. Shot from a cute angle. It's actually going wide. And Keelan O'Grady nearly got on the end of that. But again, it's about 10 possessions up that side of the field. So it's actually quite one-sided at the moment, to be quite honest with you. Apologies if the sun is actually getting in the way here, but it's a great little country here, Ireland. We're not going to complain here about the sun. Pretty sharp puck out to Dara Phelan, who's going to deliver it in quick in towards Anthony Farrell at full forward. But again, Maloney's coming out with that ball. Great little rob there by the Emeralds number 12, Eddie Ryan. Pops it over the bar. That's the Emeralds' first score from play. We're after 9 minutes play, and a great little score. A little rob off Aidan off Maloney, who bursted out with the ball. Maybe to clear it first time might be the better option. They go short here. Maloney, possibly a free there maybe, but it's a man's game, so it is. Ball's delivered up the field. In fairness to Cottle Welch, he wasn't going to let the man walk past him too easily. Ball's in around the Emeralds full back line there. A bit of a schmozzle is breaking out. Who's going to actually come out with the ball there? And out comes Padoni again with the ball. Gives it out to Pádraig Phelan. Pádraig is actually going to drive it out the field here. All right, to Dara Phelan. Apologies for the name mistake there. Johnny Doyle actually was competing for the ball there, but it's Jamie Ryan has the ball. Great battling here and tussling for the ball. Nothing here has been given easy. That's what you want in Championship hurling in Kilkenny. Each side going for it as hard as they can. And again, another little ruck breaks out here. Referee Shawnee McMahon has wisely decided to actually throw the ball in to keep a little bit of order on things. And again, after 10 minutes play, it's 3 points to 2. Blacks and Whites have probably been the team a little bit on top with number of chances and balls down into the full forward line. And it's a free out here. 2-man tackle on the Blacks and Whites, number 4, who is Joe Kelly. Done well to get a free there. And uptaking this is Aidan O'Down. He has a pretty impressive start to this match so far. He'll probably look to deliver this onto the edge of the square on top of Paul Murphy, who will be known to have a good paw on him. Instead, he goes low. He goes into the corner of Ryan Murphy. And again, out comes Dara Phelan, who's actually had a very impressive start to the game. Great little tap down there by Ed Murphy. He's going on a solo run. What a solo run he's going on here. What's he going to do with the ball? Pops a little pass out. Shot, and it's actually a wide there from Jamie Byrne. Great little run there by Ed Murphy, and Jamie Byrne was unfortunate there to shoot wide. Again, puck out here coming from Enda Kelly. Will he go short? Will he go long? He's had a bit of success by going short with them, but he's going to go long here. It's going down here on top of Conor Martin again. Shane Norton is after winning possession off the breaking ball. Gives the pass out here to Pádraig Phelan. Pádraig Phelan takes a little step back, and it's actually a great point there. Shane Norton winning the dirty ball. His midfield partner is benefiting from it. Pádraig Phelan, he pops the ball over the bar. We have 12 minutes gone here at a sun-drenched Jenkinstown Park. Pitch in top order. It's 3 points each. We give the ball out here. Joe Kelly's delivering it short puck out. Pops it up here. It's going in on the edge of the square. It's going to be a difficult one for Enda Kelly to deal with. Ender's giving it out towards Pádraig Phelan, but the Bear Byrne has the ball. He gives it across to Paul Murphy. The Bear to Murphy over the bar. 4 points to 3. Blacks and Whites go back in front again. The Emeralds actually haven't taken the lead at all yet here in this half, but in fairness, Blacks and Whites have whatever little breeze there is in this match. Again, will Enda go long? Will he go short with the ball? He's 100% success rate with short puck outs, and he has 63% of success rate from slightly longer ones. And again, he's going down here on top of the central area. Emerald's tactic seems to be crowd centre around 8, no doubt. But again, it comes out this time. It's who's coming out with it is Ed Murphy. Ed Murphy's ball is actually delivered on top of Dara Phelan. Dara Phelan delivers the ball back up. A lot of high ball being played here. Rowe tries beating in the air for it. Ed Murphy has the ball here. He turns his man, and he's going to deliver it in again. Big physical imposing man there. And again, the Emeralds full back line here is largely on top. Anytime that they get out in front for the ball, they're getting it in ahead of the man. And again, it's being delivered here, down here. It's neck and neck stuff here, side to side. Dara Phelan's on the ball again. Delivers the ball into centre with a crossfield ball. Garot is actually beaten to the ball. It's actually a free down the way for a slap from Garot Troy on Senan Doyle, who's actually had a very good start to the game here. And after 14 minutes play, we have Blacks and Whites 4 points, Emeralds 3 points. A lot of scores from play. Ryan Murphy obviously must have a long strike here. He's come out the whole way to the far, well past the far 65. He's about a good 80 metres back taking this free. He must fancy his chances. If memory serves me right, he must have been taking the frees in last year's minor C county final. And there's a hush over the crowd. And that is some strike, but it's actually just gone wide. Maybe it was just a little bit outside his distance. So Enda Kelly is just going to settle down here. He's going to have just a little bit of a think about it, where he's actually going to place the puck out. Again, he drives it down on top of Conor Martin. Clear tactic here on the puck out. He has 4 Blacks and Whites guys over there, and it's actually won by Martin Kelly, who's already got a point to his name. He's searing on a solo run up the middle of up the wing here. Gives the ball back inside. Jamie Byrne is going towards it. Keelan O'Grady got bet to the ball there by Toddy Moriarty, who's had a great start to the game. Breaking ball there. It's in now to Anthony Farrell. Anthony Farrell bustles out past the men. Couldn't get connected with the ball. There's a bit of a chase on here. Farrell's not going to let the ball away. Line ball to Emeralds there. Great chasing by Anthony Farrell there. He chased the whole way out from the full forward line out to get that line ball. That's great tackling and tussling for it. It's just coming up to half or to quarter time here. Shawnee Manny here, one of the groundsmen here, and Connie has assured me in the Jenkinstown grounds that we will have cheerleaders out for each quarter time here. So we're looking forward to that. Line ball here from Dara Phelan. Great little crossfield ball over towards Conor Martin. Conor Martin's gained possession of the ball. Turning towards goal. Has the little strike at goal. Just goes wide. Maybe it was a little bit of a late tackle, but in fairness, I don't think the referee saw it. So difficult one for him to actually pick up on who'd actually like to be a referee. It's a tough job. But in fairness to Shawnee, he's doing a great job out here today. Ball down here on top of Pa Donny. I don't think Pa has actually been beaten for a ball here today. Out to Shane Norton. Shane's having a great game there in the middle of the field. Down on top of Anthony Farley, breaks the ball again. If they could get somebody in or around him, it would be great. Jerry Troy tackling hard. Out here to Jimmy Welch, or to Cottle Welch actually. Cottle Welch pops it over the bar. That's some point there. It's actually, we're just going to go to a water break now. I think it's the 15 minutes. And we'll be back to you as the game is 4 points all. Probably Blacks and Whites have been just that little bit more on top, considering the fact that he had so much possession up in the Emeralds' full back line and had a number of wides. But Emeralds will be absolutely delighted to get in at 4 points each for the short whistle.
It's a great evening, anyhow.
Commentary on a match there, so this one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Are you going somewhere, are you?
What was it on? It was on 0. And I brought it down to -10.
Okay. Will you throw me a text and let me know? I'll be finished at what? 8:15 or so, Eddie, will it?
Yeah. Yes, go 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Great, all the lads won't go out with you, right? Of course, we'd just like to thank both team sponsors here tonight, Barry Maloney Transport and Kavanagh Tours. Just as we start the second quarter, I'm sure the cheerleaders will be out for the half-time dance-off. If not, Eddie Hughes and Alan Kelly have both offered to do it. Taggy's going to turn up and do a little bit of dancing at half-time. We're lively informed. He's going to do some Michael Flatley dances for us. So puck out here for Blacks and Whites. Jamie Kennedy in goal, better known as the Scourge. Tries the ball down here on top of the centre forward. Centre forward, Mo Maloney wins it. Gives a little pop hand pass off here to Senan Doyle, former county minor, who pops it over the bar. Could have actually went into the back of the net there. Great little run there. Puck out there from Jamie Kennedy out to Mo Maloney. Little pop pass off to Senan Doyle. Super move, super run, and bang over the bar. Blacks and Whites back in front, 5 points to 4. Largely the same way the first half actually, or the first quarter actually started. Enda Kelly again going driving along. This time it's down on top of. There's actually after being a move there. Connor Martin has actually switched to the far side of the field. So we'll just give you a little information about that. I mean, Garreau tries in the clear here. He's got to drive on towards goal. Crosses the ball. Has a shot at goal. Great little point there. It is 5 points each. Super point there from Garreau. He used his pace to get away from his marker, Joe Kelly, to pop it over the bar. 5 points each. Again, a little bit of a ding-dong battle here. Jamie Kennedy here taking his time on the puck out. He's actually looking for a spare ball up there. Ball here down on top of down on Dara Phelan, actually gets in ahead of Pat Dottney. Two of them are after, and a great game so far. Dara Phelan breaks out again, drives the ball down the field. Garreau Troy has to win the ball here. He's out, he's going to get a little flick of the ball. No, it's the Blacks and Whites half back line is going to come out with it. Gives the ball here across to Ed Murphy. Ed Murphy gives a little crossfield ball inside. Who's actually going to win the ball? It's Ryan Murphy is broken through. He's a heavily accurate man here. And he pops it over the bar. That's 6 points to 5. That's actually Keelan Grady actually got that point. Again, that's actually after being a swap as well. Even the linesman's commenting on the fabulous pass here from Jamie Byrne, who set up that point. Ball here again, down on top of Conor Martin. Line ball here, it's going up the way for Blacks and Whites. Uptaking this is Martin Kelly. Martin Kelly who's stepping up to take it. He's been detailed to man mark Conor Martin. De Beer, Emmett Byrne. Shane Norton gets a little flick on the ball. He gives it into Conor Martin. Conor Martin actually gives off super free to be won by Conor Martin. One hard fought possession there after a pass from Shane Norton. Gives a free to Emeralds. Chance now for Emeralds to tie the game up at 6 points each. Some really super hurling here going on here today. It's actually better than some of the intermediate matches that went on today, that some of us have seen today. The standard here is quite high today as Conor Martin steps up to take this free. Conor Martin straight over the black spot, 6 points each. Really, really tight game. That's Conor's second point from a free. Pádraig Phelan, Cottle Welsh, and J.H.L Troy has already got the points as well for the Emeralds. 6 points each. Really, really open game. Down on top of Emmett Byrne. Darragh Phelan gets a little flick to the ball as Pat Downey comes across to get the ball. It actually goes inside to Maloney. Maloney hits a crossfield ball over to Keelan O'Grady. Keelan O'Grady, or is it Ryan Murphy? Ryan Murphy maybe was slightly fouled for that. Out here to Eddie Ryan, who makes a little burst of a tackle through. He's been well bottled up there. In fairness, to Ian Foley, that was some bit of tackling there. Some would say he was fouling him. Some say it was just good tackling. It's hard to know. Referees generally have a use it or lose it policy here, as Ryan Murphy actually steps up to take this free as well. But you'd have to commend Ian Foley. Great tackling, great perseverance there, not to let Eddie Ryan go past him with the ball. In fairness, you'd have to admire it in the player. And Ryan Murphy steps up to take this free. He's been fairly accurate on the free so far today. Commentators, oh, of course. Wow. Well, he mightn't have got the point he was looking for. But I think Jamie Byrne actually, it was Jamie Byrne actually ran in on that, got the ball to the back of the net. Ryan Murphy went to actually try and guide the ball over the bar. It popped in onto the edge of the square. And Jamie Byrne, like a great Eamon Taff back in 1995 for Clare, batted the ball to the back of the net as the puck out comes here. Out here comes to Eddie. Eddie Ryan out to, and actually Aidan O'Dowd wins the ball, or it's actually Ed Murphy wins the ball. There's a bit of movement going on in the Blacks and Whites team. Pat Downey has the ball. Plays it out here. It's actually going to the spare man out here, which is Ed Murphy. Ed delivers it down the field. If Pat Downey coming on top of the ball here, Pat gives the ball out here. Finds the man in the middle of the field. Shane Norton. Shane Norton gives it on here to Eddie Ryan. Eddie Ryan's going to drop it in. Can Anthony Farrell get on the end of it? Well, he's flicked it on. Bang! Back of the net. Johnny Doyle puts it in the back of the net. We have a game here in Jenkinstown tonight. 1-6 to 1-6. Straight away, Emeralds came down the field. Shane Norton out to Cottle Welsh, out to Eddie Ryan. Let the ball in towards Anthony Farrell. Farrell flicked it down. Johnny Doyle back of the net. And a sharp puck out coming here. Didn't really work out. Cottle Welsh has it here. He's going to let the ball on here. Garreau Troy is going to have to get onto the end of it. He flicks it out into a bit of space, backs himself to win the ball. Garreau Troy is going to bend it back, flicks the ball on a little bit further, has it into his hand. Will he give the little pop pass out? He does out to Pádraig Phelan. He's going to probably have to pass it off again. Pádraig takes a shot. Inside here is Johnny Doyle. Johnny Doyle flicks it out again. Oh! Goalkeeper did well to get to it there. Delivers here. Aidan O'Dowd delivers it down here towards the full forward line. It pops around the place. Jamie Byrne's going to go for the ball here. The standard here this evening has been extremely high. Down on top of Aidan O'Dowd. Cottle Welsh wins the ball here. Cottle Welsh turns. Second shot at the goal. It drops over the bar. In fairness to Cottle Welsh, that's 2 points from 3 shots today. And a goal nearly came off the third shot he was taking. It's Emeralds 1-7. Blacks and Whites 1-6. End-to-end stuff here in Contyheat tonight. And again, he throws it down here on top of the Blacks and Whites. Michael Maloney, Pádraig Phelan drives it back in. This Johnny Doyle is on fire here. He gives it out to Cottle Welsh. Cottle Welsh sits back and it just goes a little bit wide. That's 2 out of 4 for Cottle Welsh. But Johnny Doyle has suddenly come into life in this game here. the corner forward. He's been on 3 possessions, gotten a goal, nearly scored another goal, and gave a little pop pass off here to Cottle Welsh. Again, will Jamie go along with the puck out? He goes long. Down on top of the Bear Burn. Dara Phelan's coming out with it. And it's a free. Dara Phelan's having a super game here tonight. He's largely got on top of Emmett Byrne. After the first couple of balls where Byrne was on top, Dara Phelan's actually lorded it there with Pat Doheny. So it's actually quite an impressive display from the young hurler here from Emeralds, as Pat Doheny, the linchpin of this Emerald side, goes to take the free. Will he drop it in, or has he the distance on it? Pa drives it in. Pa drives it over the bar. Never in doubt. Over the black spot. Emeralds go 1-8 to 1-6 ahead. Blacks and Whites will be largely disappointed here. They had a lot of possession, a lot of time in the opposition half, but since the water break, it's been all Emeralds. Again, ball. They go along with the puck out. Eddie Ryan wins the ball. He lets it in. And Murt Kelly, who's largely got on top of Colin Martin now. And again, the number 4, Owen Moriarty, is breaking out with the ball here for Emeralds. He gives it out to Shane Norton. Shane Norton's going to strike that ball in. Will he have a pop? Will he give it in? He gave it in towards Garreau. Troy. Anthony Farrell will have to get to the ball. Anthony Farrell, he wins the ball. Gives the pop pass to Garreau. Troy gets past the first tackle. He gets blocked, and it's a line ball to Blacks and Whites. Great little movement there from Emeralds. Quick delivery in from the number 4, Owen Moriarty. Gave the ball out to Shane Norton. Shane Norton delivered across there. And Garreau Troy was blocked down. 26 minutes gone, 1-8 to 1-6. Super game here. Hope you're enjoying it at home. Line ball here from Blacks and Whites. Towards Mo Maloney. Mo Maloney gives the ball in. It's in towards Ryan Murphy. Ryan Murphy wins the ball. He's in a great little tussle there with Toddy Moriarty. It's tit for tat. Toddy Moriarty gives it to Owen Moriarty. Gives it out the field here. Delivered here by Pádraig Phelan. Pádraig Phelan goes long. And it's in fairness to Mick Maloney, the second. Wins the high ball there. It seems to be a real 50-50 battle there. It's actually Paul Murphy has come down the field here. Seems to be down here as a spare man to try and turn the tide. I promised you no sweeper system here in Jenkinstown tonight, where we're 4 minutes from half time. We've our first sweeper here tonight, as Paul Murphy has gone down the field to try and turn the tide back in favour of Blacks and Whites, which may be a good idea, as they have 2 inside full forward men who are actually very fast, Keelan O'Grady and young Ryan Murphy. Shane Norton gives a great little hand pass out to Eddie Ryan. Eddie Ryan has the ball. Eddie Ryan has the ball. He's soloing towards the goal. Gives a little hand pass off. Oh, Cottle Welsh did really well to hold on to that ball. Gives out to Colin Martin. Colin Martin has the ball. He's going to have to take it on. He's going to have to take it on. Pop it over the bar. In fairness to the Blacks and Whites men, led by Aidan O'Dowd, that is super tackling. Gives the ball out to the Bear Byrne. The Bear Byrne has it out here to Mo Maloney. Mo Maloney gives the ball across here to number 10, Senan Doyle. Senan Doyle wins possession. He's tackled fiercely there by Pádraig Phelan. Eddie Ryan has the ball. He's going to have to give it out here to Cottle Welsh. Cottle Welsh to Shane Norton. Shane Norton's going to take a pop from the middle of the field. Is it over the bar? No, it's wide. No, it's wide. 29 minutes gone. 1-8 to 1-6 here. We've a little stop and play here as we just wait for the number 6, Aidan O'Dowd, for Blacks and Whites, just to get a little bit of attention. In fairness to Aidan, he's after having a super half hour or so of hurling here. If he could just get to the half time, Blacks and Whites may be able to get a chance to look at him. But again, Emeralds have really upped it in the last 5 minutes of this half. They've really gotten top. There's a little middle third there of Dara Phelan, Pat Downey, Shane Norton, Pádraig Phelan, all largely on top, and they're feeding in super ball. In fairness to Eddie Ryan and Conor Martin and Cottle Welsh, the movement in that half-hour line is really giving a lot of trouble to the Blacks and Whites team. Byrne has gone in on the edge of the square to bring a bit of a physical presence inside, as Blacks and Whites are playing with 7 men out the field in the half-back line. Going to cause an awful lot of work here now for the Blacks and Whites forwards, who in fairness were largely on top in the first half, or first quarter of the first half. Wide ball there from Ryan Murphy. Possibly maybe, it's actually a free in. It's a free in. Great advantage played there by Shawnee McMahon. He let Ryan Murphy take the shot off first. He actually got a little slap just as he was about to take the shot off, and he's come back for the advantage for young Ryan Murphy. So again, chance to put only 1 point between the sides. we're largely we're at the referee's discretion at this stage. With the new water breaks, the way it works is the referee actually calls as much injury time as he likes. The clock does not stop. It doesn't stop on 15 minutes. It's at the referee's discretion in total. So at any stage, Shawnee McMahon could blow up for half time. So Ryan Murphy actually pops the free over the bar. 1 point in it. 178 points. It's actually been a really, really entertaining first half here. A lot of scores from play, a lot of movement, a lot of excellent feeling of the ball from the half-back lines on both sides. Dara Phelan and Padani, whilst they had no doubt, Ian Foley and have been really on top as well on the other side, with Martin Kelly giving a man-marking role on Conor Martin. So Senan Doyle has the ball here. He delivers it in towards Keelan O'Grady. Keelan O'Grady has actually had a good start to the match. Line ball, he's done well to win a line ball over there. Probably the best he could hope for in that situation. All you'll be asking now is that they actually don't drive this ball down on top of the spare man that they've left inside. Ryan Murphy's obviously a bit of a set piece taker here, and a specialist at as he lines up to take this line ball. Wouldn't bet against him popping it over the bar. Gives it across here. That's actually a really, really smart ball. Martin Kelly, who's actually ran away from his man-marking duties on Conor Martin, has gone in towards the goal. He's driving the ball across. Bit of a goal chance going on here. But in fairness here, I think it's gone out for a 65. Great play by Omar Moriarty to actually work that ball out and get a little block and hook in, but he actually stepped over the line according to the line, or to the umpire there. Line ball here. Chance here in the dying embers of the first half for Blacks and Whites to tie up the game and make it all square again. Emeralds have largely dominated this second quarter, but in the overall context of the game, a draw at halftime will be the fairest result, as we just see Ryan Murphy up to take this free. And Ryan Murphy pops it over the bar. That makes it a level match, which is absolutely brilliant. 1-8 to 1-8. We're really at the discretion of the referee now. Gives a little pass out here to Toddy Moriarty. Great little prospect here, cornerback, in fairness to Toddy. Delivers the ball up here towards Anthony Farrell. Blocked there. Paul Murphy's mopping up that ball now as the spare man. Gives it out here to Ed Murphy. Ed Murphy, who's had a very productive first half, and actually both the four players midfield have been on an awful lot of ball. As Damien Fitz bends his back to win that ball. Great tussling going on over the far side. Hard to see who has it. He gives it out here to Owen Moriarty. Owen Moriarty delivers it up the field. Unfortunately, the full back line, Joe Kelly is on top of it. Out it comes to Jamie Byrne. Jamie Byrne fancies it. He lets it in towards the Bear Byrne, which is Emmett Byrne. He has the ball into possession. He turns. Great block there by Toddy Moriarty. Toddy out here now to Mo Maloney. Mo Maloney strikes the ball. Oh, out for a 65. In fairness to Kelly, that sun is an awful lot stronger than it may come across on the camera. It's actually coming straight down on top of him, and it's actually going to be a real nuisance for the Scourge Kennedy in the Cavan in the second half, as it's going to be directly in front of him. This is a chance now for the Blacks and Whites to hit the lead again. They haven't had the lead since the 17th minute of the first half. Ryan Murphy, anything inside the 65, he's been really good on. The one free he did miss inside the 65, actually handed up with Jamie Byrne, doubling on the ball into the back of the net. So nobody from Blacks and Whites is going to be given out to him about that. He lines up for the 65 here. Just a little bit of drop. Again, it just drops a little bit short. Out comes Enda Kelly with the ball. It's half time. It's 1-8 apiece. We'll just have a little quick wrap up just before we go for a break. So again, first half, really exciting half. At the end of the first quarter, it was 1-4 each. Or sorry, it was 4 points each. Goals then in the second quarter came from Jamie Byrne, and in total response, Johnny Doyle went up the field and got a goal back to make it 1-6 apiece. Emeralds then went 1-8 to 1-6 ahead. And at that stage, you would have been betting on Emeralds to kick on and to win the match. But instead, in fairness to Blacks and Whites, they came back and they levelled the match just before the end of the first half. Sorry, you don't know the names of the players. It's harder. And you're welcome back here to the second half. It's 1-8 apiece. Highly exciting first half there. We had a little bit of 60 seconds of goals as Jamie Byrne got a first goal for Blacks and Whites. Emeralds came down straight the other end, and Johnny Doyle, who became a bit of a live wire there for 5 or 6 minutes, got the ball in. Start of the second half here, 1942. There's nothing like championship hurling here in Kilkenny. Paul Murphy pops the ball out here to Ed Murphy. Don't know if they're related. In towards the full forward line. And Kennedy, who's only off the bench there, number 27. We don't actually know his name as it's not actually on the list. But Kennedy, we know he's Kennedy anyway, has just popped the ball over the bar. Gotta love GA management teams trying to keep even a junior championship team so hidden you don't even get a name of a sub. Puck out here, 1-8 to 1-9 in favour of Blacks and Whites. Eddie Ryan, who's actually been on fire here today, gives it out here to Pádraig Phelan. Pádraig Phelan gives it out to Pat Dohney. Pat Dohney looks at the ball here. Gives the ball in here inside to Garrod Troy. Garrod Troy has some pace, some set of legs on him. Gets past the man. Done for steps there. Obviously, the Joe Kelly's pumped up there in the Blacks and Whites full back line. Troy had got past him, but he actually made him overcarry the ball. 1-9 to 1-8 in favour of Blacks and Whites here. We're 1 minute in here into the second half. Super stuff here. The second half has begun the way the first half has actually stopped. Taking this is Mick Maloney. Mo Maloney's at centre forward. He's going to deliver the ball up the field. Mo Maloney's giving it inside towards the man that they call Kennedy, or the man from Del Monte, but it's actually won there by the Emeralds full-back, Damien Fitz. Goes to try the ball out the field. It actually lands in his own half-back line. Great battling going on here. Pádraig Phelan has gone back to win the ball in his own full-back line. Out, Dara Phelan delivers the ball down the wing. Up wins the ball, Cottle Welch. Cottle Welch, it's actually broken here to Ed Murphy. Ed Murphy gives it out here to the man that they call Mo Maloney. Mo Maloney out to Kennedy. Kennedy wins the ball. He gives it back here to Ed Murphy. Ed Murphy turns, he strikes the ball, and he puts it wide. Little bit of a debate. The referee he's hardly going to Hawkeye. I think in fairness the referee was waving it wide, and the umpire thought he actually was telling him to put it over the bar. There's no Hawkeye here, unfortunately, here this evening in Jenkinstown. In fairness, I think the referee was waving it wide. It was actually point. No, it's a point. It's a point. In fairness, I wouldn't blame anyone here this evening. That sun is an awful lot harder than people may realise on the TV. It's actually a really tough sun. sun. And in fairness, that ball went so high, it was actually very difficult from here to even tell whether or not it was over the bar. Anyway, puck out here from Enda Kelly. Emeralds 2 points behind. Did a slow start as well to the first half. Really top-notch stuff here. Ball in towards Garrod Troy here. He's gone in very hard for the ball with Joe Kelly. And it's probably a line ball here to the Emeralds. It is a line ball here to the Emeralds. Paul Murphy again has dropped down the field into a deep line half forward, I think he's come from centre forward now to come down the field. Paul, of course, played with WIT back in the day and was on the intermediate All-Ireland winning team managed by Galway's Benny Kenny back in 2011. An infamous game as WIT played the first round championship game in NUIG with only 14 players due to Rag Week, but still managed to win the match. Great little battle going on here. Out here, Cottle Welch wins the ball. Cottle Welch gives the ball out here to his fellow half-forward colleague. That sun is going to be really difficult there. Gone out for a 65. In fairness, that sun there, in fairness to Jamie the Scourge Kavanagh, or Kennedy, he couldn't really see that ball as it was going in. That sun is going to be a real impact here in the second half here. Just 4 minutes gone, 1-8 to 1-10 in favour of Blacks and Whites. Free here for Connor Martin. It's well within his range. Be hoping he get it over the bar and bring it back to 1 point here. But again, this game is helter-skelter. It's the way hurling should be played. Everyone's out in the front foot, tackling, tough, tight. The rumble-tumble. Conor Martin, in fairness to him, he was unlikely to miss that. Great little free taker Conor Martin is. It's 1-10 to 1-9. Glorious even here in Jenkinstown. Where would you want to be but Jenkinstown on an evening like this to watch junior hurling, the J.H.L and Sons Junior Hurling Championship. Ball here down top of Pat Dohney. Again, there's great battling going on here. It's tough. It's fair. It's coming out here again. Owen Moriarty has the ball. Owen Moriarty gives the ball here to Colin Welch. Colin Welch gives it over here to Sean Burke. Sean Burke has been moved up the field. Maloney comes out with the ball. Great block there. Conor Martin has the ball. It's free in. 50-50 tussle. And in fairness, Conor Martin, probably in the law of averages there, was actually freed or actually fouled. But again, ball in top of Tony Farrell. Tony Farrell came on top of the ball, and it's a free in here. This to equalise the match. Push descends on the crowd. 1-10 apiece here. Over the bar again. This game is swinging from one side to the other. There's many people expected before the match that there'd be absolutely nothing between the sides, and after 36 minutes hurling here in Jenkinstown, so it's been proven. 1-10 apiece. Great score. Padoni's going to break the ball. Eddie Ryan's on the ball here. He gives it out here to Pádraig Phelan. Eddie Ryan wins back the ball here. Dara Phelan's going to deliver it in. It goes in. The sun shines in everyone's eye. Tony Farrell's out in front to win that ball. Tony Farrell, he's going to have to recover here. And again, it's delivered down the field here. Shane Norton on top of Ryan. Out here to Paul Murphy. Paul Murphy wins the ball. Little flick up the field. Conor Martin, great little battling going on here. Out here to Shane Norton. Shane Norton takes a pop. Shane Norton puts it wide. That's his second wide there today. 2 wides from Shane Norton in the middle of the field. 1-10 apiece. That sun now is actually in everybody's eyes. It's actually really, really tough. There seems to be a little bit of a little shake up here. Paul Murphy has gone out to the middle of the field. He's actually gone back up the field. Sharp hook out in on top of Conor Martin and Martin Kelly. Towards Grove Troy. Grove Troy has the ball. Wins the ball, and Pádraig Phelan's going to take a pop from midfield. 111 to 110. Pádraig Phelan with his second point of the evening. Pádraig has actually had a very good game there in midfield. He's been getting on an awful lot of ball and has done very well with it. Enda Kelly, or discouraged Kenneth Kavanagh, takes that puck out. Ed Murphy coming up the field here now. He's running down the field. Oh! Well, Owen Moriarty was not going to let the man pass the ball there. And Owen Moriarty was not going to let the man pass by there. In fairness to Ed Murphy, he'd built up a head of steam. He's a big, big man. It was going to take a shot there to actually stop him going through. And I think Ed Ryan is actually injured as well, as he ran into the whole collision there as well. And both men are actually down. Shawnee McMahon is over just to take a look at how things are. Ed Murphy is down. He's probably in a fair bit of pain, as it was 2 guys actually collided. Both of them are very strong men. Emeralds are ahead 111 to 110. The breeze is getting a little bit stronger. Hard to say which way it's actually going. It seems to be slightly in favour of the Emeralds team for this second half, but it has been known in the past here in Jenkinstown to switch from one side to the other. Apologies for the language there. It is a man's game, and we don't mean to be picking up language from the sideline there. Shawnee McMahon's taking his time on this decision here. 9.5 minutes gone here. There's been a stop here for about a minute for an injury here to Ed Murphy, who went on a searing solo run up the field. Owen Moriarty came out to meet him for the ball. Two of them collided. Hard to see what actually happened there. And Eddie Ryan as well from Emeralds actually landed up getting tangled up in the whole thing as well, as in he was in quite a bad way. There's got to be a card here produced anyway. Apologies if my frame is actually blocking the screen as well. Yellow card. Ryan Murphy stepping up to take this free. Fairness, Eddie Ryan took a fair clatter as well. Half hour line has half hour to come all the way down the field to cover off his men. Great tracking back by the Emeralds duo there. Owen Moriarty picking up the yellow card there. Ryan makes it 1-11 apiece. Draw match. It's been nip and tuck the whole way through here. Quick little ball here to Dara Phelan. In fairness, Dara Phelan gives the ball in here to grow try. It's won there by Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly drives the ball, or gives the ball out here. He gives it out to Aidan O'Dowd, who's after having a super game there at full back or centre back. Ball's coming in here. Owen Moriarty is coming out with the ball. It's flicked away. The man that they call Kennedy is going in towards the ball. So we have Owen Moriarty coming out here with the ball. Moriarty drops the ball down here on top of Cottle Welch. Cottle Welch gives it off to Johnny Doyle. Johnny Doyle actually misplaces the ball. Ed Murphy wins the ball here again. The last time he went on a solo run, he got a free which they got a point out of. This time he gets the point himself. He decides instead of going on the solo run to actually pop the ball up the field. And we have another stoppage here for a free or for a potential injury here. 11.5 minutes gone here. $112 to Blacks and Whites, 111 to the Emeralds. This game is switching from one side to the other. Great battle. Nothing else you'd expect from two teams from the north of the county in this J.J. Kavanagh's and Sons Junior A or Junior Hurling Championship Section A. Of course, Barry Maloney is the sponsor of the Blacks and Whites team, and Kavanagh Tours are the sponsor of the Emeralds hurling team. Thanks for both of them for sponsoring their teams. It's really important in these times when it's so hard for clubs to do any fundraising at all. So please give generously to any GA club you're involved in, wherever you can. Yeah, no doubt appears to be the player down here. Play continues here. Enda Kelly with the poke out. Enda drives the ball down here on top of Conor Martin. Conor Martin, don't think it was really a free, in fairness to the referee. Out comes Damien Fitz. Gives the ball out here to Dara Phelan. Dara Phelan's gone in centre back and is having a really good game. Garo Troy, or Jerry Troy as they're known, goes in. Battles for that ball fierce well. He wins the ball. He's going to have to give the ball off. Pop pass. No, he goes for his shot. It wasn't really a shot or a pass. It was just a little strike off. Ball being worked out here. Joe Kelly has the ball. Joe Kelly to the free man, Paul Murphy. Paul Murphy goes to win the ball. Was actually one pass back here by Eddie Ryan. Eddie Ryan's after covering some ground here this afternoon or this evening. Jamie Ryan has the ball. Delivered here by Martin Kelly. Martin Kelly drives it up the field. Ryan Murphy's going to have to work really hard to get that ball off Toddy Moriarty. Toddy Moriarty delivers the ball back down the field. Down on top of here, Johnny Doyle. Johnny Doyle, he burst into life for 5 minutes in the first half. Gives it out here to Conor Martin. Conor Martin gets past the man. Wins the free. Good chance here to level the match up. It's been a really exciting game. 14 minutes gone, 1 minute away from the water break. This championship game has had it all. Tough tackling, plenty of scores. 16 minutes still left, and Conor Martin steps up to take a free. Hopefully he'll put it over the bar to give it an equalising score. Conor Martin puts it over the bar, never in doubt. I don't think he's actually missed a free this afternoon. In fairness to him, anytime he's gotten in space, the Blacks and Whites guys have probably wisely decided to foul him rather than let him get any closer to goal. Ball's driven down. Podge delivers the ball up the field here. Joe Kelly has won the ball. Great little tackling going on there. Kelly, Maloney, Farrell and Troy in the ruck there. Shawnee McMahon has decided he's going to hop the ball in. Great refereeing out of the ref there, Shawnee McMahon from Aaron's own. We're just about on the water break here. And we have 2 subs coming in here for Blacks and Whites. Off is going to Bear Byrne. And in is coming number 26. I don't think the Blacks and Whites really want to give us any of the subs numbers there. Number 26 is in. And number 19 is in for Blacks and Whites, who is Michael Pender. He's come in for number 2. Wide ball there. So Michael Pender's come in there for Jamie Ryan. Jamie Ryan's had a right out tussle there with Johnny Doyle. Great battling going in there, but Michael Pender's come in to replace him. I think it was actually, in fairness, was Porrick Phelan actually hit that shot wide. Now it's the water break here. 15 minutes of exciting hurling, 112 to 112. It's really going to be a tough game to call here. Who's actually going to win this match as we go to the water break? Reset the clock for the last 15 minutes. And then in the last 15 minutes of this fourth quarter, it's at the referee's discretion then how much extra time to add on. It's been a really, really exciting game here. 112 to 112. But a bit of a thirst on you here looking at this sun here. Who needs to be in Tranmore or down in Woodstown Beach when you can actually be here to watch live GAA? Puck out here from Jamie Kennedy, better known as the Scourge, within Blacks and Whites. Delivers the ball up to Ryan Murphy. He's after having a good 45 minutes. The man that they call Kennedy has put the ball wide. That's 2 wides for the man they call Kennedy. He got 1 point. He's a 33.3% accuracy rate. Probably the same as the subs notes we've actually been given for this match. Enda Kelly has the ball in his hand. Will he go long? He actually hasn't hit Conor Martin in a little while with the puck outs. Decided to go down on the centre this time. In is Francis the Claw Cossie. He's in now half forward for the last 15 minutes. 44 seconds gone. Oh, Moriarty got across, got a little nick in there. It's really, really hard with that sun. I cannot emphasise how hard it is to be a goalkeeper here today, or even a cameraman with that sun. It's actually really, really hard, so it is. Never mind being an umpire or a linesman trying to see what's actually going out in the field into that sun. And Enda Kelly has the ball. He's going long this time. He's driving it down here on top of Eddie Ryan and Cottle Welch. Cottle Welch, what a super pluck from the sky. Gives it in towards Conor Martin. Conor Martin into the Claw. The Claw has the ball. And he drives it wide. wide on both sides for the start of this second half. It's actually been a real high-scoring affair so far. Great end-to-end stuff. Jamie Scourge Kennedy has the ball. Gives here on top of. There's a great little tussle going on out here between Shane Norton. Shane Norton has the ball. He bursts out like his brother many a time did with those balls. Out here to Sean Burke. Sean Burke has really grown into this game as it's gone on. He turns. He goes to strike the ball. Is it in? It's over the bar. Super, super point from Sean Burke. Great clearance from Shane Norton, who burst out through 2-3 men, gave the pass out to Owen Burke, who turned and stroked it over the bar. Great point from the young man from the Emeralds, Sean Burke. He's really blossomed since he got out the field to midfield. The Claw has the ball. He delivers the ball in. That's a really, really good save out of Jamie Kennedy. Can't emphasise enough how hard it is to see into that sun. He delivers the ball straight away down the field. It's 113 to 112 to the Emeralds. 3 minutes just about gone here. 12 to go. Free up to Blacks and Whites here. Ryan Murphy was fouled in possession there. This is actually going to be a really, really difficult free for Ryan to take. Slightly against the breeze. Going to be really, really tough. And down injured at the moment. I think is Pádraig feeling for. No, it's not. It's actually. We don't actually know who's down injured at the moment. It's one of the Emeralds men. They're down with a green helmet. Pádraig Phelan's up and around the place. Pádraig's one of the guys with a green helmet on him. It could actually be Eddie Ryan. Eddie Ryan, in fairness to him, he has covered some amount of No, Eddie's in front of us here. We'll have to wait till the gentleman gets up. Is it Shane Norton? No, Shane's gone in. By default, it's Dara Phelan is there. Pat Donnie's there. We'll just have to wait till the player gets up. It's actually number 2, Toddy Moriarty. Toddy's after having a great game. Like Owen, the other corner, they've been really, really tough marking. He's probably just winded there, in fairness to the man. And we see Blacks and Whites are actually warming up a player on the far side. He's a very tall individual. Has a bit of a look of him of Chap clear about him, but we know Chap has actually retired. He's coming on with a red number on him. Does it mean red for danger? And on his number 21, Aaron Foley. Really difficult to make out the number with the red number. We'll see if it's red for danger. As Toddy Moriarty is still a little bit winded over there. He's up. He'll go back into the corner where he's after having a super 49 minutes. Hurling, 11 minutes left. Ryan Murphy here up to take the free. Again, I apologise for any language that's coming across on the... I apologise for any language you're hearing across on the screen here. Again, we're at a live match. Unfortunately, we can't control all the people in the crowd and on the sideline what they actually say. If RT can't do it with Davy Fitz, we surely can't do it here in Jenkinstown tonight. Ryan Murphy here is lining up with the free. He takes it. It's gone a little bit wide. Yeah, it's gone wide, so it is probably a little bit outside his distance, considering in the first half with the breeze behind him, he just was struggling inside his own 65. That breeze is a little bit stronger than we're actually giving credit for. Emeralds are 113 to 112 ahead. They'll want to get the next score. They'll want to put 2 points between it. They'll want to put the screw in top of Blacks and Whites as the ball is driven down here. And in fairness, again, it's Ed Murphy's on the ball. He's after going through the power hurling at this stage. He drives the ball up the field in towards Owen Moriarty. Gives it out to Pat Doherty. Pat Doherty out to Dara Phelan. Dara Phelan's probably been man of the match so far today. He gives it in towards Conor Martin. If Conor Martin gets one ball in there, there is danger of a goal. The Classy is in there after it. He's running down the field, so he is. It's probably a free out there, in fairness. Probably just a slight little bit too high. Goalkeeper Jamie Kennedy got injured coming out with the ball. In fairness to Classy, he was probably just going in to try and tackle for the ball and just was a little bit over exuberant. It is 113 to 112 here. Who wouldn't bet on a draw at this stage? 7 minutes gone in this third, or this final quarter, fourth quarter. As we wait for Jamie to get attended to. Jamie's up now. Ball's being delivered down the field here. And fairness to Shane Norton, since he's gone back, that switch between himself and Sean Burke has really worked out. Shane Norton gives the ball again to Sean Burke. He delivers it in towards Conor Martin. Conor Martin tries to get a flick on the ball. Martin Kelly has actually followed him around the place like a rash here this evening, and he's done very well on Conor Martin. He's only been able to get scores from frees. Gives the ball out here towards Ed Murphy. Ed Murphy, another player to have started for Blacks and Whites here today. Gives it in towards the Blacks and Whites full back line. Pa Donny wins the ball again. He gives it out here towards Eddie Ryan. Eddie Ryan gives the ball in here to Garreau Troy. Troy delivers it in towards Conor Martin. It's a clear tactic at this stage from the Emeralds. And again, Martin Kelly comes out with the ball out here. He's going to have to deliver it up the field. Kelly has had a super house hurling. And it's a Blacks and Whites ball here. It's coming out the way. Garreau Troy was dispossessed by his man marker. The referee's going to probably bring this up for interference from the line ball. You wouldn't want to have a heart problem here tonight with the way this game's gone. I go Troy again. I think it came off Troy there. He mightn't have known a whole lot about it, but he got in the way of that quick delivery.
Give it a chance.
7 minutes left. Both sides giving it absolutely everything here. As Joe Kelly goes to take the sideline, it's gone out for a line ball here to the Emeralds. It's a bit like rugby at this stage for the last minute or so. They're both playing for territory, so they are. Pa Donny out to take this sideline. Himself and Dara Phelan have had a super game. Giving a crossfield ball, didn't really work out. Senan Doyle, last year's county minor, gives the ball in. Little flick off Toddy Moriarty. Gives a little pass out here. Out here to Owen Moriarty. Owen Moriarty has the ball. He decides he wants to deliver it. Route one, as Jack Charlton would say. Right down on top of the centre forward, Cottle Welch. Conor Martin's coming on top of the ball. And again, out comes Paul Murphy with the ball. He gives it to Ed Murphy. He wins it. These Blacks and Whites men are battling like mad here to get this equalising point. In here to Ryan Murphy. Ryan Murphy has the ball. He turns his man, tries to get the ball in. Jamie Byrne is on it. And Owen Moriarty, they're clashing for the ball. Line ball there into Blacks and Whites. There is nothing being spared down in that Emeralds full back line. They're really tough. They're really tenacious. A bit of rough and tumble, as Paddy O'Shea would say. As Paul Murphy goes up to take this sideline ball. No, he leaves it off to... No, Paul Murphy's going to take it. Ryan Murphy came out looking to take it, but it's actually Paul Murphy's going to take it. Paul Murphy's looking up. He's assessing his options. He gives it out here to the number 5 for Blacks and Whites, who is Ian Foley. Ian Foley, he delivers it back into his colleague Paul Murphy. There's a bit of a battle going on for the ball, some rucking. Pa Donny has it. Donny delivers it down. It goes to Eddie Ryan. Eddie Ryan has loads of time. He delivers the ball in towards Colin Martin. Colin Martin, he probably, the fullback Martin Kelly either, who's gone back there to man mark him, probably didn't see the ball either. It's a quick puck out here. Enda Kelly gives it out to Aidan O'Dowd, who's had a super game. Long range free. In fairness to Cottle Welsh, he was probably better off to give the free away there than actually to let it go down the field. And we're probably going to have a little break in play here, as there's a man down injured. Ian Foley's down here injured. The referee says to play on. 4 minutes to go. Fairness to Mick Maloney, it was probably worth a pop from there. 3.5 minutes left of this exciting J.J. Kavanagh and Sons Junior Hurling Section A Championship. Emeralds ahead, 113 to 112. It seems to be an eternity since Conor Martin popped that free over the bar. Both sides have had plenty of chances to either equalise or to extend. Again, that ball is delivered up the field by Martin Kelly. And Damien Fitz again wins that ball and delivers it back down the field. But out comes Mick Maloney. The real Mick Maloney, as they would say down in Blacks and Whites. He gives the little pop pass out here to the man that they call Kennedy. Out to the other sub, number 26. Wide ball. That's about the 4th wide ball in a row for Blacks and Whites. Scoring in this last quarter has proven to be a little bit difficult for both sides. We've had lots of scores in the other 3 quarters. You have to say, if the Emeralds could get the next score, it's hard to see them being bet. Probably time to give this puck out straight down on top of Colin Martin. Colin Martin's out looking for it. There's roars from Blacks and Whites to deliver that ball. They want the ball in play for as long as possible. And in fairness to Ed, no doubt, no, it's Ed Murphy. He delivers the ball into the corner, in towards Keelan O'Grady. Keelan's actually gone off at this stage. Number 26 is in there. In fairness, there is some battling going out here. Hot ball coming up. Reminds us of some of the training sessions we'd see in Nolan Park when Brian Cody used to leave the doors open and there'd be no such thing as the referee throwing the ball in or blowing for a free. Great tussling, great tackling out there. Real championship hurling, not some of the stuff you'd see down in the Cork Championship. Officially, there's 1.5 minutes left, but I'm sure there's probably 2-3 minutes to add on at this stage. There's been a number of injuries in these last few minutes. Hard to see anything other than another 3 to 4 minutes injury time. Number 4, Owen Moriarty's down injured. He's after being in the absolute wars here today. He's given absolutely everything to the cause for the Emeralds. The man that they call Kavanagh or Kennedy's delivered the ball in. Oh, this is a dangerous ball. Number 26 gets the goal. Probably a score has been coming for Blacks and Whites, but in the overall scheme of things, the Emeralds have probably been the better side. They're going to have to get a score or two now quick. There's about 1 minute left. Jamie Byrne has the ball out here. He's running out towards the wing. Shane Norton's going to have to try and let him get the shot off. And they've done really well to keep that ball out. Ian Foley gives the ball in. Phelan's in there. Now, Emeralds are going to have to get 2 scores back and get them quick, 2 points in it. The referee's telling them to bring the ball up. We're into added on time. It's at the referee's discretion. There's probably a good 3 minutes left. Probably going to drop it in around the house, I'd say, at this stage. All the big men has gone up front for Emeralds. He's floating that ball in. Now with the sun in there, nobody's actually going to see the ball coming in, so it's really going to be hit and miss. Cottle Welsh goes for the ball, comes out here towards Jamie Byrne. Jamie Byrne gives it out here to Senan Doyle. Senan Doyle. Super win for Blacks and Whites here. Stole it at the death, 212 to 113. Emeralds were largely on top for that last 15 minutes. In actual fact, probably for the last 45 minutes of the match, Emeralds were on top without really pushing their advantage home. They went 113 to 112 ahead in the 49th minute. They failed to score after that, and then deep in the dying embers of the game, the number 26 for Blacks and Whites, we don't actually know what his name is, stuck the ball in the back of the net. In fairness, it was a one-off shot. It went into the back of the net, and Blacks and Whites go away with the 2 points. Obviously, this is in a knockout game, and both sides will be much stronger come the knockout stages of the championship. Big thanks here today to both clubs, the Emeralds and Blacks and Whites, to Barry Maloney Transport Services, to Kavanagh Tours, and obviously as well to J.J. Kavanagh and Sons, who sponsor the Junior Hurling Championship in Kilkenny. Until next time, from myself, Pat O'Flynn, Alan Kelly, and Eddie Hughes. Talk to you later, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Come on, it's all. No problem, lads.